Hi, I'm Amanda Becerra. I'm going to be doing the summary and historiography.
Hi, I'm Anne Monge. I will be doing the information about Iris Chang.
Hi, I'm Malachi Bird. I'll be doing criticism and praise.
And we'll be doing
the review of
The Rape of Nanking.
The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang is a story that describes two atrocities during the Second World War. The first is the Rape of Nanking, which was the unfathomable amounts of rape, murder, and torture of the Chinese people, as well as the cover-up by the Japanese, erasing the massacre almost entirely from public conscience and denying the victims their proper place in history. The last perspective is that of the Americans and Europeans who risked their lives to help save the Chinese. The second part of the book is written to describe how the Japanese covered up the massacre. The Rape of Nanking contributes to modern historiography because it opened the world's eyes to see what the Japanese did during the Second World War. It also contributes to modern historiography because the book was written more personally than as those of our normal textbooks in a third-person perspective of the events throughout history.
Iris Chang was an American journalist famously known for publishing the novel The Rape of Nanking in the year 1997. Born on March 28, 1968, she was the daughter of two university professors who emigrated from Taiwan to the United States. She first heard of the Nanking Massacre through her parents, who barely escaped the Sino-Japanese Wars. Although her parents have never experienced it, she also claimed that her parents didn't want her to forget it. It's important to note that this book may be biased, as she was a Chinese American who harshly criticized the Japanese government for refusing to apologize or acknowledge the atrocities that the Japanese committed in Nanking. People theorize that through researching for her book, The Rape of Nanking, she was absolutely devastated by the events, causing her depression to worsen and eventually led her to commit suicide on November 9, 2004.
Many critics argue that Iris Chang's bias against Japan clouds her judgment and is present in her book, The Rape of Nanking, as evidenced in Robert Entman's article, Review of Iris Chang, The Rape of Nanking, The Forgotten Holocaust of World War II, when Entman states, moreover, although Chang explicitly rejects explanations of national character, her own ethnic prejudice implicitly pervades her book. Her explanations are, to a large extent, based on unexamined ethnic stereotypes. While some critics may argue this, other critics claim that the book was an exceptionally influential piece to our understanding of World War II, as evidenced in Paula Kamen's article, Finding Iris Chang, when it states, aged just 36 and the mother of a 2-year-old boy, she had 7 years earlier published The Rape of Nanking, a book that had accomplished an impressive double as a runaway bestseller and a major contribution to our understanding of World War II.
Nanking was a well-written and, even though a gruesome event in history, it was an interesting and deep story. It was not a difficult book to read, but it was very difficult to digest the details of the events. The way Chang told the story was very helpful and easy to see the differences from what the Japanese military thought to what the Chinese and the allies of the Chinese thought. One main story that was told that hit me very hard was about how the Japanese were trained and how one of the commanding officers, without hesitation, decapitated a boy in front of the trainees so that they could learn to kill without feeling. This made me stop and think for a while. I completely recommend this story to anyone able to handle the details of the events, so that they can experience the lasting effect that this book had on me and the world that we live in.
The Rape of Nanking was quite an emotional ride for me. The book itself isn't hard to read, but it's difficult to digest the information being told. Chang did frustrate me, however, when she claimed in the beginning of the book that she would not talk about the Japanese character, yet throughout the book she would often attempt to tap into the Japanese mind and usually struggle to understand how they could rape the Chinese. I strongly recommend to read this book, but you should be cautious as it is a bit biased and it can get very emotional when reading all of the survivors' stories.
The Rape of Nanking is a powerful, compelling book, despite being about the horrifying events that took place in the Chinese imperial city of Nanking. It is definitely not a book for the faint-hearted, though I do very much recommend it if a person is brave enough to read it, because they will be pulled in by this monumental book, engrossing in its horror.
Thank you for watching our book review.
We hope this interested you enough to read the book.
And we hope this opens your eyes to the rest of the world around you.
Bye!
It's told through three
and is present in her book, The Rape of Nanking. Horrible. I'm just retrying and retrying. The video's on right now.
Oh, were you talking when I yelled?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine.
That's the thing. What's up with Chinese? They have to be like Sino, whereas everything else is like Japanese, Americano, Spanish, Mexican, Frencho. And then there's Chinese that's like Sino. And I'm just like, what's up with Sino? Like, I see no reason.